So the play is about this character Stein, who's written a novel and is taking it and turning it into a screenplay. And this big producer, Buddy, is there and making this movie for him and making his life miserable while he does it. But as we're seeing the screenplay being written, we're seeing it come to life. So the screenplay that's being written is this film noir 1940s style with the true detective, with the private eye investigation, trying to find that story that involves the femme fatale and her different plots that she's kind of interwoven. So you get to see both the side of the story being written and what the story is. The two worlds interact and come together throughout some of the musical numbers and just some of the scenes in the show. And you get to also see how some of the characters and the inspiration from the real life world, as we call it, the real world, play into the film noir world.
There's two worlds that they live, they coexist, and what's neat here is that he's writing a film noir, and so that world is all in black and white, or grayscale. So all of the costuming and all of the stage lighting and all of the set designs have been created and designed in order to make it look like a black and white movie on the stage. Technical challenges. Our set, we don't have a proscenium arch theater, we're in a black box space, so we've built a single unit set that we use different areas of in order to illustrate the play. And so to have some of them in black and white and some of them in color, it was very, with regard to the lighting, it was very, very careful focusing of which areas were black and white when and which areas were color. And costuming, a lot of attention to detail. Oh, gray lipstick. Whether or not we do that. Having each dress, there's one scene that's written in the film world, but then filmed in the real world. So we see it in black and white, but then we also see the exact same scene in color. You see? So getting just careful details about what's in black and white, what's in color, and also props. Oh, Alora is the black and white character. So, oh, this can be Alora's comb. Oh wait, no, it's red. See? So, organization and detail.
So thanks, Mrs. Kingsley, but no thanks all the same.
What do you say, $100 over and above whatever it finally comes to?
This job is not to be believed, and I do not believe a word between the devil talk and all.
Well, Stone is the kind of lead character in the film noir side of things. So he is a private detective who was once a police officer, but circumstances out of his control, he was framed for a murder, got kicked off the force, and is now this kind of cynical, nasty, old private detective who's just trying to look for work to get, pay the bills and get food in his stomach. And yeah, he is sitting in his office one day, and this lady named Laura Kingsley comes in and asks him to look for her missing daughter, and that's kind of how his plot begins and moves from there.
This script involves two very distinct styles, and it's a musical. It's musical theater, right? So it has those moments of camp that like that sort of the scale, but then it's about a film noir, which is always very cynical and dark, and the asphalt jungle sort of imagery.
I've seen two zeros next to each other.
Yes.
Queen's Musical Theatre is part of the AMS. It's not associated with the drama department, which is first and foremost why I think non-drama students can participate and do participate. Most of their recruitment is not done in the drama building. But I think the reason why we can always pull off these amazing shows while doing this is because we can bring all these different perspectives together and not just have this one unilateral view of what theater should look like, and just bring together perspectives from commerce. And we have one of our leads is in engineering, another one's in biology. We've got a history major helping us build sets. So we've got people from all over campus coming together with different things they've learned and different experiences.
This is my first QMT production. I did a show last year for Blue Canoe. We did Guys and Dolls, but this is the first QMT production in my last year, so that's exciting. I'm excited to do one before I leave, for sure. It's tough, it's for sure. I mean, it's easier early in the semester when the rehearsal schedule is a little, less heavy. But now that we're getting into final exams, getting into big final essays and things like that, you definitely have to plan ahead and make sure, you have that essay done before, because we have to be here. I think the last 3 nights we've been here for, 7-hour nights, making sure the show's ready. So you have to make sure you have that work done, because, they're not going to change the deadlines for you because you're in a show. So it's all about planning ahead and making sure you're ready for it. But it hasn't been too bad. Everyone's been doing pretty well. So it'll be nice once the show's open, though, and then we have some free time as well.
Laura Villiers. I know how busy you must be, Mr. Stone, and I appreciate your seeing me.
The appreciation was all mine. Just one look and you knew Laura Villiers was a handful. Maybe two if you played your cards right.
I had a really great team. I had a very, very solid production team, very, very committed and talented, and they really care about the show, and they're taught very well, and they had the experience to support this extremely challenging design, like technical and design challenges. So they were really fun to collaborate with and sort of sort through these challenges with me. But also I was very fortunate to have a very enthusiastic and talented cast. And they were joyful and energetic, and they brought a lot of initiative and ingenuity to rehearsals. And here we are, we're negotiating color and melodrama and films, and it's a cloud of confusion at times. But to have such amazing people to help swim through that to a production, so that the people is what made this show for me.
Well, I think that a lot of people have come together to put on this show for everyone in the Kingston community. As I've already mentioned, we've got people from all across Queen's campus and all different faculties, all different backgrounds coming together. And one thing we strive to do is make it a learning process and let people learn things that they wouldn't necessarily learn in the classroom. And so because of that, we have this large crew who is able to come together and just put on this amazing show. The lights look amazing, the set looks fantastic, so do the costumes, and everyone's just worked so hard to make it this amazing show. And from watching it from the last few weeks, it just looks incredible.
We have a beautiful theater space. We have a very, very talented cast. We have an impeccable band. They sound amazing. The show, as I explained earlier, the interaction between the two worlds, the color world and the film noir world, is very interesting and exciting to see how the designs interact and coexist. And so the story itself is good, and the music is amazing, and we've put a lot of attention to detail in it and a lot of sweat.
I'm Kat Rush. And I'm Sia Chakowski, and you're watching K-Town Source on TVCOGECO.
Go Sia.